Alright everybody, and welcome back to the Goody Pantry. So today we're going to be making triple choc cookies, and all of the ingredients are there on the screen. Before we jump into the video, let me first of all just thank everybody who recently subscribed, and if it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click the bell icon to be notified for all new videos. Okay, so let's just get straight on into the video. So here's all my ingredients. So I've got my margarine, I've got my light brown sugar, I've got my flour and my cocoa powder. I've already mixed them together. I've got my chocolate chips. I've got in here white chocolate and milk chocolate, and I'm actually using chocolate chunks, which I think work better. I've got my milk, and I've got my vanilla essence. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the margarine. So that's going to go in, and you just want to, I'm using electric whisk, but if you want to use a wooden spoon, you can. I'm just going to start this off for 5 or 10 seconds, just on its own. And then it just, when you add the sugar, if you do this first, it stops the sugar like kicking about all over the place if you do the margarine by itself first. So now I've got them going, so I'm going to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to make the butter and the sugar until it goes a bit paler in colour and it's a bit more light. So after the 2 or 3 minute mark, you'll start to see it look like this. When that's done, so now you want to get your vanilla, and you want to use a good tablespoon of vanilla. Now I'm using the Madagascar vanilla extract, but if you've got vanilla essence, that's fine as well. And now you just want to continue to mix for another couple of minutes. Once you've got that done, just get a scraper and start scraping down the sides of the balls, just where your whisk or your spoon just hasn't got to. And then once you've done that, you just want to do this again for another minute, just to incorporate the bits on the side of the bowl that didn't get mixed properly. Okay, now we're going to do our flour and our cocoa powder. So for this, for these cookies, it's best to sift the flour and the cocoa powder. So just do this a bit at a time and just give it a shake in your sifter until it all goes through. Okay, now we're going to add the chocolate chips. So like I said, I've got milk chocolate and white chocolate, because you've already got chocolate in the cocoa powder as well. So at this point, I'm going to use the handle of the spoon, just for the same reason as the sugar. If you use the handle, it just stops it moving about or jumping out the bowl. You only have to do this for a couple of minutes until you can feel the mixture starting to clump. At that part, just flip the spoon around and start using the bigger end of the spoon. So now we're using the bigger end. So at the minute, this is kind of like a breadcrumb, or like a crumb for a biscuit base. So now you're going to add the milk, and you're going to start mixing the milk and incorporating it, and it'll start binding and bringing the dough together. So when it looks like this is where we're going to move on to our next stage, which is the syrup. So like I said, I had this in warm water. And the reason I have it in warm water is, as you can see, it's falling off the spoon a lot easier. And that's the only reason I put it in warm water. So you want to get your syrup in, and then you want to start mixing again. Now, after the syrup's gone in, make sure this is well mixed. You definitely don't want bits of syrup like still unmixed in your dough, because it'll just affect the cookies when they come out. So once that's in a thick dough like this, then we could start moving on to the next stage. So this is, you can just spoon this out straight away. However, your cookies do spread lock, so I think this is the best way to do the cookie dough. So I've got my cling film and I haven't cut it off the roll. I've just stretched it out and I'm going to smooth it out as best I can. Now I'm going to add my dough. I'm just going to put it in a line. Don't worry about it being neat, because we're going to shape it in a minute. Now using your spatula or your scraper, whichever one you got, just start manoeuvring about, just get a general shape that you're going for. Press it out slightly, and then we'll start moving on to the next stage and shaping the cookie dough. So at this point, what you want to do is just very gently lift it up onto its side and just hold it there and let the weight of the cookie dough do the work for you. And when you've got it on its side, then just grab it like I have from the top, gently pinch it, and that'll hold its position. And then what you want to do with your left side or your right side, whichever way the cling film's on, towards the roll of cling film, just pinch with your fingers and move the dough along. Now I'm doing it to my left, as you can see, I'm pinching and moving the dough, and it's stretching out to the other side. What this is going to do, it's going to get you the dough the length that you need it, but it's also going to create a uniform log shape. Once you've got that done, then from the center, just start rolling it backwards and forwards, and this is the final part of shaping your dough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut mine in half, because these are going to go in the freezer. Now this is the best way to do cookies. So mine's been in the freezer, so there's one half. You see I've tapped it. It's pretty solid. Now cookie dough you can cut straight from the freezer. A knife will go straight through it. So this is why I think this is the best way. And plus, if you're not going to use all of the cookie dough, then you don't have to keep remaking it. You've got the mixer. So what you want, make some indentations like I did for about an inch thick. And then just start cooking your cookies. And once you've got them cut, start putting them onto a tray, and then just repeat with the rest of the cookie dough. Once you've got them all trained up, and I'm going to zoom in just so you can see, so now you can just gently press the tops, and any bits of chocolate chips sort of sticking up around the front will just get pressed back in. And then you can run your fingers around the outsides and just make sure they're all back into shape. Then once you've got that done, you're going to put these in the oven at a preheated oven at 160 degrees fan for 15 minutes. And that's what they're like after the 15 minutes. Now you can see they're nicely uniformed. They've come up quite well. So I've given these about 5 minutes, and now I'm going to start transferring them to my cooling rack. Once on the cooling rack, give them a good another 5 to 10 minutes, and then they're all ready to go. And there's how I served them up, just to take the picture. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, give them a go. Let me know in the comments how you got on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon, and I will catch you at the next one.